everyone. Richard Carlton here. Whoa, it's a half a Kristian. That's not Kristian, it's Calvin. It's Kristian. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTrain.tv, where we do awesome stuff. Today is another awesome day in the FileMaker platform. We are here every day at 1 o'clock doing great FileMaker training, tips, tricks, brand new solutions, little solutions, all sorts of great stuff. And so Kristian is here with that like weird kind of face he's got with a partially scruffy face, but not really scruffy, like partially scruffy. And so today we're going to be talking about the Wolfpack. We're working on an updated version. We will give you the link here in just a minute. And I'm going to work on that as soon as Kristian starts talking. But we have an updated version of Wolfpack X6. It's an add-on collection. Kristian, what is the Wolfpack and why should we care about it?
Wolfpack is the greatest FileMaker app ever made. No, it's a community a collaboration of different add-ons. And so it's a library for people to store their add-ons. And it's also the place where your instructions can go to teach you how to install the add-ons. For me, this all started as I got 5 or 6 add-ons and realized that weeks or months later, it's kind of hard to remember how to install these. So Wolfpack brings all that together and it makes it easier for people to share their add-ons with their instructions with each other.
Very, very cool. So you want to pop it open and kind of walk us through what you know has changed and things like that. I'm still over here doing the quickie last second update on it. So if we could do that, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to go ahead and share my screen?
Yeah, you and Calvin kind of worked through the first part of this.
Yeah, so I've got a little outline here of today. So to give everybody an idea of kind of where we're going with it. So I'm going to show off some of the new features in Wolfpack, which are a little light today. Mostly it's about some of the new contributions that we have, but we do have one cool new feature, so I'll discuss that momentarily. And then I want to go into some of the new add-ons that are in here or updates to existing add-ons. This includes Add-On Maker that I'm going to demonstrate shortly. Calvin's got some great updates. We're going to give him a lot of time today. And then Jake and Kyle Williams, Jake Shield and Kyle Williams, have submitted new add-ons or updates to their add-on. Kyle has a new notifications web viewer alert version 2, and Jake sent us a dynamic sorting add-on, and you all might remember him presenting on that I think 2 maybe 3 weeks ago. And then coming soon will be some emoji add-ons. We don't have that for you today. And also hopefully in this calendar year, Art's functional interactive container using web viewers. So if we're ready, I'm going to go ahead and jump into our newest features. So the new feature here comes as a direct request of one of our subscribers, someone who's in Discord there, Detlef, if I'm saying that correctly. And this is something that I had thought about in the very beginning, but kind of kicked the can on. And so what we've got, let me find one of Calvin's add-ons here, actually. Boom, boom, boom. Pop over. So we've got our pre-flight step-by-step checklist. And this, to me, was one of the most useful things of Wolfpack other than having a library. Actually, we're not going to use that one. Maybe we'll use this one. Perfect. Very prepared for today. So what we've got here is we've got our step-by-step checklist just like we did before, but we've got this new fancy button called Video. And what a number of people have said to us is like, the step-by-step is great, but some of these add-ons get fairly complicated. And it would be really nice to have a video to go along with it. So you click on this, and a web browser will launch. And, oops, and it's playing Calvin's voice right now in my ears. And there is the video tutorial on how to install Calvin's add-on. So not all of these have videos yet, as you might have saw when I opened up the popover one there. But many of them we have added the videos to. And so one of the things I want to briefly go over is how do you get your own videos in here? So number one, if you make an add-on and you submit it to us, we're very happy to add it into the Wolfpack. And if you guys haven't seen the previous videos, check it out. We have buttons in here to export your add-on so that we can easily load them in here with your instructions with the add-on. Once you make an add-on, you can also film your own video. Send us a link so that we can download the raw content of the video, and we'll host it on Vimeo, and that's where all of these will be redirected to. And then if you submit the videos to us in future releases, we'll go ahead and add it there. So some of these we actually already had filmed. We've got virtual menus, virtual tabs. We added videos to that, as well as one of the other virtual products that I had made. Jake Shields' video should be added for his dynamic sort. Kyle Williams' video isn't quite done. He just streamed on it on Tuesday, so we'll be getting that in here shortly. But that's the cool new feature that we have here. So if you're looking at that dynamic sort and you're like, how do I do this? You've got the step-by-step instructions as well as a video to go along with that. So thank you, Detlef and Richard, for pushing me hard to get this added into the product sooner rather than later. All right. Jumping into some of the other things that we've added, we've got an add-on in here called Add-On Maker. And Add-On Maker is fairly simple. I actually made this a while ago. I just hadn't shared it with the community yet. So let me show you what it is. So I'm going to move Wolfpack out of the way because I've already installed it. And I'm going to open a fresh FileMaker file. Oh, this resolution is great. I haven't streamed in a little while. It's a kind of a refresher on here. So let's pretend here for a moment I want to make a new add-on. And if you've never made an add-on and you're like, what is Kristian talking about right now? Go and check out our videos on it. I've got a previous one that walks you through the step-by-step process of making an add-on, starting at a very simple, how do I make a box? And so go check that out. Now, for those of you who recall how to make add-ons, a lot of it comes down to you have to name the layout this, you have to name the object. Everything has these weird little names. And FileMaker, frankly, has not given us the tools to make this easier other than having some sort of document or example somewhere. So you go over here and you click on your little plus and you scroll down and you find Add-On Maker and you choose this. And for some reason, it did this to me earlier. It's going to install Kyle's web viewer. Let's try that again. Nothing like bugs live when you're streaming. Isn't that fantastic? So we might have to start a new file. There we go. I'm not sure why it selects the wrong add-ons, but I'll submit that bug to Claris. I'm sure they'll get right on it. This is where things get a little meta. We're now using add-ons to make add-ons, and I think this is great. So you take Add-On Maker and you just drag it on screen. And all this is, it's really basic, everybody. It's a series of text objects primarily. So this is what your layout needs to be named. And I made this for myself because every time I'd go make an add-on, I'm like, what the heck is that layout name? You know, it has to be exactly like this. And so I'm like, you know, I always had a demo file that I would go grab and then basically copy and paste. I'm like, you know what, this is way easier. I can just come in here. I can take this. If I copy the whole thing, I can do a Command-C. I can go over here. I can rename my layout. Similarly, you have to name your payload, your payload. Again, you have to go watch some of these if you're not sure what that terminology means. And here's that name. So you would take this, replace the name of add-on with the name of your add-on, and copy it. And then if you look at the objects, I've even actually got this one named after it, and you would paste that in there. So obviously this wouldn't be your actual payload, but I think you can use your imagination that after you make your payload, this helps you remember what it is. For those who are making add-ons with relationships, it's an optional extra step that you can do. Those also have funky little names. So again, this was just an easy way for me to remember the text objects that I need to use so that I'm not spelling a name wrong and not going and searching for it. But the other thing that it does, and again, this was a tool for myself, but I wanted to share it with the community, is virtually all of my add-ons, as I get more practice at this, they have the same kind of framework or structure, if you will, and a lot of that has to do with my custom functions. I drive my add-ons off of custom functions. To me, it's almost like where the scripting and software lives. And so I've got a set variable by name. This is something Calvin had reminded me how to do. So you can tell it what the variable name should be and what value you want in there. Something to reference that variable name. Window number is the repetition that goes into the variable name because you might open different windows and you need a different variable for window. For our beginner users, that might be, their heads might have exploded there a little bit. And then you get the data out of the variable. And then we have some layout object ID name and stuff that I had showed off in our Golden Coins video. However, I do want to hesitate people from playing around with this too much. It is still considered an undocumented area of FileMaker. And on some recent experiments with Carlton, despite the fact that many of you went to my post on Claris's website and upvoted and said we want to see more of this, and thank you, it seems like Claris is potentially rolling back some of the functionality that we were hoping to see out of it and really just focusing it into the add-on world. So, okay. Real basic, go ahead.
No, go ahead. When you're done with this, I wanted to frame this a little bit, so that's fine. Perfect. So the last kind of wrap up here is when you go to make an add-on, especially if you're new to it,
Add-on Maker helps you to just make the process a little bit easier and smoother. So that's in Wolfpack. Have fun with it. Maybe you have something to add to it, submit it to me. I'd be happy to get it in the product.
If you could bring up the Wolfpack real quick, just on screen, this is the general Wolfpack.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to frame the conversation is that the Wolfpack, while Kristian was talking about building add-ons, the idea with Wolfpack is that you don't have to build anything. You just can take these blocks of code and just use them. You can be a very basic user. Just grab this and use it in your own solution. You don't need to build anything, although a lot of times here in this channel, we talk about how to build your own amazing widget, right? That kind of stuff. So, you know, the idea is that we've made a collection of these things here that you can just drag and drop, which is really great. So, of course, Kristian had it initially, and it was kind of okay. And then Nick said, it's an abomination, and it looks like my ass. And so Nick got in there and made it pretty. But the bottom line functionality is that Carol from Oakland, or someone who doesn't want to get too deep into this, can drag and drop these and put them in their own solution, right? It's great. So that's kind of the whole idea. You don't have to be a super developer. I mean, this is designed for beginners to, you know, use add-ons. If you want to be an advanced developer and build add-ons, that's fine. But we can support both groups of people simultaneously, right? This is pretty neat. So what other things did we add in here? We did the videos. You added your little add-on. What other things are new with X6 of Wolfpack?
Great question. And so what I wanted to point people to is when you download this, if you're not sure, we have a changelog in here. And we haven't pointed this out in previous streams, but this is where you can click to get a general idea of what is new in here. And so the primary thing with this one is we've got the videos, added videos to show off add-ons. New add-ons are the Add-on Maker, Dynamic Sort, and then we've updated add-ons, Web Viewer Alert, Left Navigation Card. And so yeah, it's just like we said, to anybody who's not seen this before, yes, Add-on Maker is for those of us who are the creators. But Wolfpack is really designed for ingesting. That is, you could be a novice to intermediate user who just wants to use these tools, or you could be a developer like Jake, Calvin, myself, Kyle, who want to come in here and actually build add-ons. And we love that people can submit these and grow with it. So if I'm not mistaken, I've covered most of my bases. I'm more than happy to share the floor with Calvin, who's got an update to one of his add-ons. Am I correct there, Calvin?
Yes, I do have an update to the navigation.
Why don't we do this? I'm going to stop sharing my screen, Calvin, and let's get you on screen.
So I have an update to the left navigation. We're on version 1.03 now. And if we look here, we've got a new preview. And what happened was I was so proud of the navigation. I showed it to Nick, and he told me it needed to be redesigned. And
it's an abomination. It's an abomination. I need a Nick puppet.
So I have a fresh copy of FM Starting Point, and I'm going to go to my add-ons area and add another add-on. Just type in navigation. We'll see it's here's the new navigation. Go ahead and choose this. And now it's added. I'm going to drag and drop it over here on our layout, and we'll check this out. So previously, the navigation was kind of mimicked this navigation here, and it was, instead of being across the top, it was in a portal along the left. And now we've got this new navigation that is it has some key triggers, and it looks a lot prettier. And so you'll notice when we log in here, or when we open this, we can navigate up and down with our arrow keys and select one by hitting spacebar or return. But before I start using this, I got to go down to my manage button, this gear down here, and set up each of these to run the script that I want, or to navigate to the right window. So here, I'm going to go to, I think the home screen is L2. Counts should be 100A. Let's do contacts. Scroll through here and find where contacts is. Here it is. Contacts, and we'll do one more. We'll do staff. So here's the staff data entry. Okay, so I've just set up these 4 buttons to start working. So now when I navigate here, I can go to any one of these, and you'll notice it selected it right away. Let's go ahead and move this navigation back over here.
That's so hot and sexy.
We'll select it, and it remembered the last thing that I selected. So you'll see that accounts is now highlighted. Now, let's update one of these down here. Let's go to select projects. Make the projects work.
So you can run a script instead? Is that what you can do instead?
Yeah, you can also do a script. Yep. So you can also, if you didn't want to, you can't do both, but you can specify a script, and you can even specify a script parameter if you want to do that.
Nice.
So let's go back. And now it remembers the last thing I selected was accounts, but if I start typing PRO, it can jump down to products, and actually it picks the first one here. So we got products instead of projects. Let's make products work. Or we can just change our sort. So let's just change projects. I'm going to stick it at the top and give it a sort order of 2. So now the projects are up here at the top. And when I start typing PRO, I go right to projects, hit return, and it brings me to the projects. And what can make this really cool is the client that I originally built this for. I put keyboard shortcuts in so that from any layout they can select Command O, and it opens up their navigation. They can arrow up or start typing and go right to where they want to go.
I'm impressed. So you're saying that this is an add-on that's part of the Wolfpack. Is that correct?
This is part of the Wolfpack now. Yep.
X6, the X6 Wolfpack.
Calvin, I actually have a question, and
Yeah.
you showed this to me, so I should have asked this outside of a stream. But I noticed that you have like some headers there for people or business. Can you show us in the settings how you set it up to do that?
Yeah. So let's go back down to settings, and so we've got the top. That's just defines what's at the top. Then we have different categories. So people, business, planning, and those are arbitrary. But you'll notice that we're not sorting alphanumerically. We're sorting top, then T, P, B, and then P. And the reason why it's doing the
So the first record is the category.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the first record's the category, and I'm actually not. When you navigate here, we've got sub-summaries showing the categories.
That was my next question.
But if you don't really like this view, I like this view because you see everything all at once. You can start typing. There's another view. So let me go ahead and show you that. So to use the other view, you would just need to enable the navigation as an accordion. I'll just run this script that will enable it. And now, the reason why I don't default to that one is because add-ons still have some bugs. And this is one that you'll notice when I open up this. So we've got this accordion style here, but we've got all these duplicate layout objects. So to use this one, you have to remove a bunch of layout objects that FileMaker decided to add in there. So anything that doesn't have a name is going to be a duplicate. And actually, some of these, like you'll see main has all these main items, but then these are duplicate names. Somehow, add-ons will have 2 objects with the same name, which is a little frustrating.
After the stream, Calvin, let's take a look at that. I may have solved it this morning, but we can look at that outside the stream. I had the same issue on my Wolf add-on maker, and I might have solved it. Maybe not.
Okay. This is exciting.
Well, that's when you guys are playing with non-final features, right? Understand that add-ons are not an officially final kind of thing, right? So they're kind of this in-progress kind of thing that Claris has, to the point where Claris, I don't know, do they have official documentation on add-ons yet? I don't think they do.
I don't know. Calvin and I like to play in the outer limits.
Well, that's called the bleeding edge, and they call it bleeding for a reason. So unless you have spare blood, you can't make me bleed my own blood. Scott Kane does have a question.
Yeah.
I have a similar menu to this stuff that Nick built. Is there a way to open that menu window with a keyboard command such as Command plus M?
Yes. So so you would do that in. I'm not sure. I have looked at your app, but I don't know how extensive we're using custom menus. But you would do that with the custom menus. So I've got this. One thing add-ons don't do very well is the custom menus either. Those kind of get butchered. So I'm going to use
Big shock.
I'm going to use our FMSP custom menu and make that the file default. And I'll just go over here and I'll change this open. I want to leave the name as that. And you can change the shortcut here to whatever you want. So you say Command Option M. So now it's Command Option M. And I want it to run a script. So I'll scroll down here and find the script that opens the card window and select that. So now I'm going to go ahead and save. And you'll notice it updated so that this is now using the default special FMSP. I'll hit Command Option M and it opens. Now you'll notice that this one looks different. This one's using accordions and it's grouping by those different groups that I had in there. And you can arrow up and down, arrow left to jump up to the category, arrow left again to close, and then select return to select one of these. So let's go ahead.
Wait, but you're saying this is a different one? This is a different one?
And so there's two different layouts. One is a list. I'll open them not in a card so we can see what they look like. So this is a list view, and this map is similar to Scott Kane's navigation that Nick designed. And then this one is closer to what my original one was that allows for accordion style.
Okay, so the add-on that's in X6 is the white one, not the dark one. Is that what you're saying?
No. So it's actually both. It's the same add-on.
Okay.
And there's a script over here called on first window open for the navigation setup. And if you want it to default to the accordion, have that as 1. If you don't want the accordion, have that global variable as 0. So just add this to your startup script, and it will know which one to use.
So your add-on comes with 2 flavors. I got one other question for you too. When you look up, I saw that for the layouts you have a drop-down of all the different layouts. How do you assign a script if you want that instead of a layout?
Yeah, so let's go ahead over here, and I'm going to switch back to the other style. So we'll turn the navigation off, the accordion navigation off. So command, what did they want? Command Option M. There we go. And I'll scroll to the bottom. And so here we can specify a script. So the original version of this that I built for somebody, it's running one script with a bunch of different parameters. So let's go ahead and select a go-to. There's a go-to home. Go to accounts, go to home right here. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it in, remove this, and one thing, I'll select it to be a main option.
What does a main option mean versus?
Yeah, so actually that's just in case we go back to the accordion style, but let me go back to the accordion style.
Sorry, I'm not trying to distract you, but...
Oops. Okay, so Command Option M. So a main option, run this again, close that, Command Option M again. Okay, so you'll notice that the home is available and it's not in a subcategory. So it's a main item that shows up.
So when you click it, back up. When you click it, it had an arrow to the right, like it would go somewhere to the right, right? So,
that's just a hover saying that we'll go to home.
Oh, we'll go. Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's not like another menu that pops to the right or something. Okay, great.
No. when you hover over it, there's an arrow indicating that we're going somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, when I selected, let's go back to show how this is working. That based on the script parameter, we have a bunch of global variables that are set, and it closes the card window, and then based on the layout name, it navigates to that layout name, and then loads the trigger that was there. Now, in the case of home, because we assigned it to a script, it's going to go through here. There's no layout name to assign until, so it goes to the script that was assigned. If we look in our data viewer, we'll see there's the script right there. And it will execute that script, and which happens to be go to home. But you could have this do any number of things. This could be a menu of different options.
I was going to say, Calvin, even though you built this for navigation, someone could just make a menu full of actions.
Yeah. That was one of the ideas that I had with this. I was thinking that we could do something like an accounts area, and then have all the accounts actions underneath that, and or you could even have like a favorites area as well. But a lot of cool options.
There is a question here. So Alpha Lima 92651 says, when I go to the add-on pane in the inspector in layout mode, I'm assuming, I tried it with contact and app and same behavior 19. So it looks like FileMaker is locking up somehow.
I was going to ask. It's a Windows machine. I'm going to bet $100.
Oh, and so your answer is just get out a credit card?
No, it's not my answer, but I bet you $100 it's a Windows machine. That's interesting because I've not heard of that before. My inclination would be to remove FileMaker and reinstall it.
Or just use a credit card to buy a Mac. Oh my gosh.
I didn't say that. I am just betting $100 it's a Windows machine.
Christian, that's what Christian standard answer is for everyone is, yeah, you should break out the credit card and buy a Mac. Oh, it's so hard to do tech support with him.
I also noticed version 17. That doesn't make sense since it wouldn't be in 17.
Yeah. Kyle Williams says there are no add-ons inspector in 17 or 18. So add-ons were introduced with 19. Definitely works best on a Mac. Kyle, you have Windows though. You're a Windows guy. Is it if you take the file, download a fresh file, open on Windows, what happens?
I don't know if Stu is out there. Stu's also one of our more proficient Windows users.
I don't know if Stu's in right now or not. Yeah. Stu may be on a deployment.
But, I mean, we have lots of Windows users using add-ons. So,
all right, Windows people, chime in, baby. Larry or Mark have Windows. Larry, I need you to.
But I mean, that sounds like an issue with FileMaker itself. I would say wipe FileMaker out and reinstall it if it's. Or have you restarted the computer as well? Close FileMaker, restart the computer, see if it still does it.
Okay, so Larry says the Windows did not freeze. Alpha Lima says yes, it's Windows. So Larry says his window doesn't freeze. So there's a variation in the version of Windows.
What version of Windows is it?
And what version of FileMaker too, right? Yeah. So hopefully 19.3. Right?
19.3. Is it .2 right now or .3 for the final?
No, it's .3.2 right now, right? So yeah. So Kyle is on 19.3.2. Mark is about to chime in. Timothy says, "Can you change the icons on the menu options like in a button bar ?
Not exactly. It's not exactly the same. So each of these items is a container field. So when you go to manage, we have a container field right here where you can drag and drop an icon.
So the answer is David or Timothy asked the question. Yeah, you can change it. It doesn't work exactly the same. I mean, basically when you do it in a button bar, it's a little gallery, like a little miniature gallery, and you can pick the ones you want from the gallery, like rows of icons. This one here, you're just going to go to an icon website like Flat Icon or Icons 8 or something like that, and get a little SVG icon and then just glue it in the container or whatever you're going to do. But yeah.
In fact, shameless shout out, in our Discord thread, we have a whole channel dedicated to where you can get icons that people have shared their videos.
Oh my gosh. So Tim, you're in the wrong place. Tim, you're in the wrong. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this real quick.
But I do recommend Flat Icon.
Okay, so let me flip over here. I'm pivoting. I'm going to go to Discord. Oh, it's over here. Hang on one second. I'm going to come over here to the text conversation. I'm going to scroll up to, where's the icons conversation? Let me move this over here out of the way. Oh, icon sharing. So if you go to our Discord channel, we can put out a share or an invite. Margaret hopefully is here. Margaret?
Yes, I'm grabbing it.
Can you grab that and post that so that other way? And so you come down here to icon sharing, and then you can get icons down here.
The only other thing that would be helpful to know here is that with my keyboard shortcuts, I do like Command W, but I don't want an X on my card. So what you can do is in the custom menus, and I'll update the FMSP custom menu again, is under close for Command W, you can change this. Instead of being based on a command, you can base it on a script. And we'll just create a new one and call this one close window. And say close window. So pretty simple. And I want it to have a keyboard shortcut of Command W, just to be normal. And we'll call this one close. So this is essentially the same thing as the default close window, but the problem with the card is that by default in a card window, it won't let you use Command W because if you've removed the close option in the card window setup.
Yep. It disables that keyboard shortcut. All right, so Kyle already demonstrated some of his stuff. Jake, yeah, I agree. Jake can show his, but I mean, Jake's busy helping Megan doing Megan tech support. So Jake, why don't you just type here, and then I will try to pretend I'm you, right? Or Calvin can pretend you're you. So, Calvin, you are now Jake.
Yeah, I don't see the conversation.
Jake says, hello. No, I'm messing with you. Just you go ahead and close out of this. Go to the Wolfpack.
You don't keep Discord open on a second screen while you're streaming?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's on an M1 that barely works, so yeah.
Yeah, I did the. Do we have a link for the? My Wolfpack just has mine in it.
Yeah, the link is use the current link.
I can send Calvin X6.
Okay. So which one do we want to look at for Jake? Actually, I'm just going to select all and install them all. How about that? Do I want to install these? Yes. So I selected the ones I want to install. They installed. And it should tell me, or they're still installing. That should be the last one. Now it's telling me I need to close FileMaker. It's going to quit FileMaker, and I'll open that back up. And I'll say open recent. Or actually, now we'll go to FM starting point and add the rest of these add-ons. So I'm going to my add-on pane. I'll select plus, and we've got a developer to-do list. Let's choose that one and see what happens here. So this it looks like a navigation button. And let's go ahead and open that. And this is a to-do list. I guess this is, if you're working on an app, this is a quick way to get a to-do list of what you need to work on. And I love that it has a table name, layout name, field name. Really directs people, if you have clients submitting problems, then they can put this all together and give you a screenshot too. That's cool.
That's the neomorphism interface. You mentioned that, right? I'm watching the conversation.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the neomorphism. So that's kind of the design style that Nick's working on with the new starting point. So.
Okay. Now this next one is called field. It says tables missing. Rename. Field character version 1.2. Am I supposed to assign this to some field?
Well,
I'm gonna assign it
is there a
to.
description in the Wolfpack, or is it just like, you know?
That's a good point. So let's
Yeah.
go back to the Wolfpack
And see
that
if it,
you sent me.
oh God, here we go again.
I feel like we need a setting there to choose or not choose. Okay. So now I'm in here, and how do I go
Jake
to
says
the?
Jake says it's a character counter, is what he just said.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let me go ahead and start typing in here. Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be really nice if you had some kind of messaging feature for sending text messages, so you don't go over. And then afterward, oh, it beeps. Do you hear that? When you, or maybe that was just a.
Oh, so he locks your out. I really hate it when apps do that to me.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
pretty good.
it keeps everything clean here. That's cool.
By the way, active triggers like that on as you type, bad juju on WebDirect, a lot of performance hit, but if you're on Go or Pro, it works great. Okay, what
All
else?
right, we got our dynamic sort. Okay.
These are all from Jake. He's one of the people that shows up here in the live stream. This is not an official kind of presenter. He's just like one of the most awesome viewers and live stream people. He's a big contributor, and I mean, I guess, you know, I always like people who contribute, kind of like Kyle's of the world. They contribute and make things better. It's awesome.
Jake is very sharp. I'm his coach right now, but in 10 years, I think I might be hiring him to learn.
Yeah, Jake could be your coach.
Okay, so I put the sort here. And this is sorted by. Maybe I should look at the Wolfpack and figure out how to set this up. So.
Oh, really good. You know, you don't really check the documentation. Holy
Calvin
shit.
doesn't use instructions.
Look at the photo of him. It's like, is that Weird Al Yankovic? That long curly hair? Holy cow.
Okay, we installed the add-on. We have to create installing will create the virtual list sort table. Okay. Next, copy the fields.
There's also an hour-long video attached if you need additional help, Calvin.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, press the video. Let's just watch the video for an hour.
I think it's about an hour.
Just press it, see what happens, see if it works. It's got a little open.
Yeah, it is an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, Jake came and presented on it. I wasn't able to be there. I actually have this on my list to watch.
Yeah, okay.
It's the stream within the stream.
A stream within a stream.
Calvin, before we go today, could you maybe do just a very quick teaser for your presentation that's coming on Monday?
Oh, the emoji. Yeah. Is this fixed yet, or is it still broke?
It's still broke. So the problem is that it will. I actually have it. Well, let's just show you what happens when I install it right now. So it's already in here. But to get this to work, I had to take out all of the records.
That's not
I actually haven't I was just seeing if it would install. It's thinking about it. We'll see. Oh, it installed. Let's go ahead and drag it over. There's our little icon. And let's see what happens when I select it. That doesn't look good. So that's, it opened a card window, but it didn't navigate to the right place. That's interesting.
Well, it's not ready yet, Calvin. You're just teasing people. You're just getting.
I know.
wavering.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. How cool is that? You'll be able to select an emoji and stick it in your whatever field you want it. You can filter by people, nature, food, travel, activities, objects, symbols, flags. So fun stuff coming, hopefully.
Yeah,
No,
well,
we should get it working.
by Monday. If not, then it's going to be a lot of people. So, did we establish that the Wolfpack howling works on Windows right now? We can do a little fun live stream on that. We'll have Miles come and talk about it.
I'm as curious as Ken and everyone else how this howling works. This is cool.
It's in a container. We kicked it around a couple different ways. It's one of those rare moments where using an interactive container set to autoplay is useful. All right, cool. Well, it's been an awesome day. Tomorrow is open Q&A day. So Alpha Lima 1961 loves questions. He's one of the people we love his questions. We're glad he'll be here hopefully tomorrow. And so Jacob Taylor and I will be here, just kind of like open Q&A. Cool. Appreciate everyone who was here. If you have any questions, reminder, upcoming broadcast schedule. So just cover the low-hanging fruit for everyone here. Right. Number one, if you go to fmtrain.tv, you can press the live tab and see the upcoming broadcast schedule. Very exciting content coming up. And then for those of you, support the channel. We ask you to support. Press the like button. Press the subscribe button. Press the button on YouTube that says Richard is awesome and Kristian is awesome too. There's a little button on YouTube that should say that somewhere. Just kidding.
A wolf will howl if you push
a wolf will howl if you press the like button. Yeah, people always saying press the like button and stuff. Yeah, so everyone on the internet press the button or whatever if you have that. Or better yet, just take out your credit card, go to bundles and buy one of our training bundles to support the channel. We don't go to Patreon where we say, give me free money. Give me free money, won't give you anything. No. You give me money, we're going to give you awesome training. How about that? How about a legit exchange, right? Instead of free money, I'm not asking for a welfare handout. I'm asking you to buy our awesome training. How about that? Yeah? I feel better about that.
One last shout on Wolfpack. We do have a channel in Discord. I haven't been as active on it recently, but any bugs that were submitted, I do believe have been corrected in this version. So if anyone runs into anything, as much as I bemoan Windows issues, please do send those in. And if you're not on Discord, email us at our support at RC Consulting so that we can take a look at that.
There we go. I went to it. So here it is. So you go to the channel, and normally we're down here in the broadcast down here, and you see all the people watching and listening. You scroll up, you have off topics, and we have Wolfpack right there. Ding, 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 with the little happy Richard finger. Ding, 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 ding. There you go. And or send an email to support at RC Consulting. That would be great. All right, that's it for today, everyone. Thank you for supporting the channel and for using your credit card for good, judicious use and supporting the live broadcast. We do greatly appreciate it.
Bye, everybody.
Just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.